Good morning, everybody. Today I wanted to talk to you about when the best time is to do your intermittent fasting. Lose weight, fight cancer, reduce inflammation, rejuvenate. Subscribe below. All right, so I used to think that as long as you got your fasting period in, it didn't matter what time you were intermittent fasting. I really like to eat later in the afternoon, early in the evening, because I could keep putting off my meal all day long, and then I didn't have to try to go to bed hungry if I'd eaten later in the day. Sometimes being hungry at night would be distracting to me. But I was listening to an interview with Dr. Mercola and Dr. Rhonda Patrick, and I'll try to place a link to the interview below. It was on a podcast, and both of them seem to agree that eating breakfast would be the best time to break your intermittent fasting period. So if you're eating one meal a day, or if you're fasting for 16 hours a day, to start your eating period early in the day. Their point was, as Dr. Rhonda Patrick put it, that your metabolic function is somewhat regulated by your circadian rhythm. And so your metabolic processes are shutting down as it's getting time to go to bed. And so a lot of that food is just going to sit there, possibly causing inflammation, not really having anywhere to go. And so you're just eating and piling these calories on top of calories for no reason. It was kind of the same thing, only a little less sophisticated, coming from Dr. Mercola, who likened it to sitting there with your brakes on in the car, revving the motor. He said you're just pouring on this fuel, and it doesn't have any use for it. You're just stepping on the brakes and stepping on the gas at the same time, and you're just sitting there putting all kinds of stresses on your car, and he thinks that's what it's like to feed at night and then go to bed. They also both seem to think that it could keep you awake at night, because now your body has this energy and you're trying to go to sleep. So it's like you're having processes that are battling each other. Or maybe you eat and then you lay down and then you have indigestion, and your metabolic processes are not letting you have quality sleep. So there's a few different reasons why it's best to eat in the morning. Also, if you're going to be low energy during your fasting period, having your fasting period end in the morning gives you more energy throughout the day. And then also what I like to say is that I eat keto, and a lot of the breakfast foods are easier to make keto, right? So if you do wake up and you want to have breakfast at breakfast time, eggs, sausage, bacon, cheese, those are all good breakfast foods, and they are good for keto as well because the macros are pretty on point. I also find that in the morning, if you're going to have breakfast with your family and stuff like that, you don't want to skip that. Whereas in the evening, if you have kids and stuff, a lot of them are having sports practices and things like that. So you get busier throughout the day. So if you wake up and you have your breakfast real early in the morning, and then you're able to fast the rest of the day, it really frees up the time that you need for other activities. So anyway, put what time you like to break your fast down below for us to see, so that we can kind of see where everybody else is at. Give this video a thumbs up if you like intermittent fasting, and I'll talk to you later.